Hello, Nelty Campy. I'm getting ready to judge the mare's halter. I believe I have 9 in this class right now. I do, and I'm waiting to hear back to see if there's a 10th entry, but I'm going to go ahead and start judging. And we're just going to start with the first horse here. I've got my class sheet down here, so if you see me glance down, this is Allie. Track straight.
This is Ziva. Ziva is 11.
Perfect. Ziva is 11. She's got a good bite. Looks to be tracking straight, and she is sound. Just getting her square here, and then we can start evaluating. All right, looks like we're ready to go. I would like to see these front feet squared up a little bit better. From the profile, look, a very nice mare. The legs look straight, maybe a little thick through the neck. I like her hip and shoulder angle. A little bit hard to see with the light in the background. And this leg might be slightly stretched forward, and from the way she's standing here, she looks like she gets a little wide from her hocks, are a little bit more narrow. So I'm going to pick a profile here, and then we'll judge her from there. I'm just looking for something where we can get the best view. Could be a little bit farther back, might be a little easier to evaluate, but we're just going to judge what I see. This is my first horse in. Definitely I'd like her neck to be a little bit cleaner, maybe tie in better here through the throat latch. It's hard to evaluate her legs because they're staggered. But overall, looks like a nice horse, in great condition. And we're just going to see what else is in the class and then place them accordingly.
13-year-old quarter horse mare.
Okay, she's got a nice even bite. Track straight and is sound. Yeah, I'd like to see, again, these front legs squared up a little bit better. I'd have an easier time evaluating. Pretty good through here. Looks to be straight. And that's what we get to see. So I'm going to bring back a profile here. Maybe one that we're not in the sun as much. Okay. And an angle that we're kind of the most flat. So as I look at it here, we've got a little steeper shoulder angle than we do hip angle. So that part could use a little bit more balance, maybe slightly long in the back. Really good condition again. I'd like to see the neck tie in a little bit better here, maybe be slightly cleaner at the bottom, and have these legs squared up would just help give me a better presentation of the horse. But I think it's a really nice mare in very good condition. So I compare it to our first horse here with Allie. I think Allie's horse has just a bit more balance, so I'm going to slide you back there and just kind of keep track of you here on my sheet. So we've got Allie, and then we've got Lynn, I believe. Okay, then this should be, I believe, Christina. Good, nice even bite.
She's 7.
Got a 7-year-old mare. Appears to be tracking straight. She is sound. Give her a chance to get set up. Overall, though, I can see already I like this horse's balance. I like the cleanness of her neck and how it ties in. She looks to be very straight and correct in her legs. Nice throat latch. Doesn't have a ton of muscling, but is really even in the hip as she is in the shoulder. Balanced. Pretty good top line. Just kind of seeing through the sunshine here. I like it's got some depth to her chest. Would like to see a little more gaskin and forearm, but everything on this horse is very correct. She's in excellent condition. Let's get a profile. Okay. And again, this was Christina. So I think Christina's horse is in a good spot right now. I like her right where she is. Next up, I believe this is Kirsty. Track's pretty straight. Oh, we got a dog, an obstacle. It's tracking well and is sound. Forgive me. I don't know how old this horse is. It's nice to know. I don't know, but. Oh, she's 13. I need to learn to read. Okay, pretty balanced, 13-year-old. Good hip and shoulder angle. Be better if I, there we go, back up just a little bit so I can see the whole horse. I know it's hard being the videotaper though too. Straight front legs. Could use a little more forearm here. Okay, so let's find a profile. There we go, where we can see the whole horse and kind of see where she fits in. Maybe just a hair long in the back. Okay, Kirsty's horse, oops. I'm going to, for now, put her right here in second place. Similar balance to this horse, but a little bit better neck. Maybe a little bit more muscling and definition. Okay, let's bring our 5th horse in. So let me catch up on my paperwork here, just so I can keep these straight and then don't take all day placing them. So we've got Christina, Kirsty, Hallie, and Lynn. Okay. Now we can bring our fifth horse in, Sierra. Travels a little bit close, but does not interfere. Bite appears to be good.
My mare is 18 years old.
18. Another senior horse in great condition here. Love to see that. Maybe travels a little close behind at the ankle. Sound though. Profiles really well. Straight there. Little dip in her back for 18. Little bit of belly, little bit of neck. This could tie in tighter. I'm sure when she was younger it did. Straight legs though. Okay. Let's just freeze that profile and then see where she fits in. It's an excellent profile for an 18-year-old horse. Comparable to Kirsty's 13-year-old horse. Does show her age just a little bit. So you are going to be in here right behind Allie's horse. Okay. Moving on. Bring another one in. This is, okay, Brittany. Let's go for it. Track straight.
It's low. And if you walk up, she's 8.
Got a correct bite, 8-year-old mare. There we go. She starts trotting. She appears, it's a little bit of a distance, but she's definitely sound. It's a little hard to see how she tracks from here. And I'm hoping we're gonna maybe go a little bit closer. Really hard to evaluate from here. Great, now we're getting close enough to see what's going on. Okay, so a little bit long in the back. If we divide her into thirds, this middle third is definitely longer than her shoulder and hip. Neck could tie in a little cleaner into her chest. Really nice hip here and Gaskin. Pretty horse. I definitely like to see her neck tie in and come out of her body a little bit cleaner. Front legs appear to be straight. Okay, let's find a profile that we can kind of freeze and then evaluate it. Here we go. Okay, so looking at the overall balance of this horse compared to some of the others, let's see where she fits in. Balance-wise, her proportions aren't quite as balanced as the other horses in the class. I think she's beautiful, but right now, just giving the way her neck ties in, correct enough with the legs for sure, has a bunch of positive qualities, but she is going to be behind the other horses, where I'm going to put her. So Brittany, you're gonna slide in right behind Lynn right now. Okay, and it looks like we've got 3 more to show. Doreen with Alice.
How old is your horse? 16.
16, teenager.
Oh,
Good bite. Here's to be tracking straight. I'm noticing as this horse travels, it is sound, but a little low in the pasterns. Actually profiles pretty well. A little long in the back. We do have a little bit of a fault here in her pastern angle. These are pretty low, but given her age, sometimes that happens. She's low in the front too, but very low in the back. Neck could tie in a little bit cleaner. This let's go back. From that front angle, it appears that she toes in a little bit too. So she's got some minor conformational faults in her legs. And sometimes age induces those pasterns to get a little bit low. Let's do a profile. So we've got a comparison here. So we can get a profile with her head. There we go. Okay. So she is going to fit in. She's got a fair amount of balance in her body overall, but some faults in her legs for sure. So she is going to move down. Right now, I'm going to put her behind Brittany's horse because Brittany's horse is a little bit more correct in her leg structure. But I do think this is a really nice horse in good condition for her age. Okay, put her down here. And then we've got 2 more to show. Adela. I'm going to retract this horse. Track straight. Might be just a little bit stiff in the way she travels, but I'm going to call her sound for this class. She passes my sound inspection. We're just a little stiff in the way we travel. So now evaluating the horse here. And actually pretty balanced. We're a little more narrow at the hock than we are, so not really straight coming down here. I would like to see, let me go back to the front view of this horse. Kind of is more narrow at her chest. Let's pause that. Then she is kind of stands wider as she goes down. Okay, let's go to a profile and pause that. Okay, let's see where she's going to fit in. Let's profile some of our other horses. Okay, we're going to slide her back. Okay, we're going to put her right in after Sierra's horse. There's enough balance there to hold that spot. And then we are bringing our last one in, age 22. We'll toe in just slightly. Showing us those 22-year-old teeth. Probably a little bit close behind, but does not interfere. She is sound. Fairly well proportioned. Is showing her age a little bit in her back and her top line and in her neck. A little bit of a belly. Pretty headed. A little steeper shoulder angle here than hip angle. And it toes out slightly from behind is where how she's standing. Profile's pretty good there for a 22-year-old horse. And she's going to have a little bit of age, a little bit of neck, stand straight certainly there. I do not see her toeing in. Okay, let's get her profile. Back that up a little bit. Okay, and let's see where she's going to fit in. Fits into me. And we're going to put her, slide her back here. Get a good comparison. Let's see where that lays out. I'm just going to take a peek at the profile of this horse just to be sure. Again, on the other side, you see a profile. There we go. Okay. All right, I think you're in a good spot. Kirsty, you are, I think, right behind Lynn. In front of Brittany. And then should be Lynn, Adela. Okay, I think we've got our class place. So in first place, we've got Christina. This horse has the most balance in the class. Clean straight legs, travels well. Overall really nice, pretty, looks like a mare. I really like her. Then we are going to Kirsty's horse. A lot of balance here too. Proportioned, has some muscling, good hip, good shoulder, straight legs, pretty clean neck. Then we are going with Allie's horse, whom has a lot of balance in the body, could have a cleaner neck, and be set up a little bit better just to help me evaluate. Then we have Sierra's horse, which I know, I can't remember how old she said this one was, but it had some age on it. Looks great. Profile's great here. Really nice horse. Then we have Adela. This horse fairly balanced too. Could be a little bit cleaner in the neck, but good overall. Profiles well. And then I believe this is Lynn, and I hope it is Lynn. I hope I haven't messed up her name, but I'll make sure the placings are correct. Horse has a decent amount of balance here. Maybe has a little bit more hip than shoulder, but overall, nice horse. Then we're back to the 22-year-old mare, which is showing her age, but you can definitely tell still has balance, and structure is structure. Then we go to Brittany's horse, beautiful mare, could be just a little bit more balanced and have a better set through the neck. Very eye appealing though. Then we come to Doreen's. Doreen, I know this horse has a little bit of age on it, so just some faults, conformation faults in the legs, but also a decent amount of balance and definitely sound. Great class, guys. You made this fun to judge. Thank you for showing these mares. Excellent.